Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trimmed with silver, official weight 146 1/4 pounds. An outstanding professional record consisting of 44 victories, including 37 knockouts, 4 defeats. From Pomona, California, the former lightweight world champion, former 2-time welterweight world champion, and former super welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with gold, official weight 146 1/4 pounds. A perfect professional record consisting of 30 bouts, 30 victories, including 25 knockouts. He's the former junior welterweight world champion. He's the undefeated reigning defending WBA welterweight champion of the world. Damas y caballeros de Caguas, Puerto Rico, Miguel Ángel Cotto.
Sufficient leading up to this. Now it's just a matter of who executes better.
Here we go. Cotto in the white trunks and Mosley in the black trunks with the white trim.
Talked about the body punching of Mosley, but to set that up, the first thing he will need is to utilize that 7-inch reach. That's a prohibitive edge if you're able to use it. You want to stay outside.
Step out,
you want to parry with that jab, you want to double up with it.
Cotto trying to press the action. Using the jab. Good sharp jabs.
This is an important part of the fight, even though it's early. It's the jab of Mosley versus Cotto's ability to slip the jab and try to get to work on the inside. Gets his left hand going, that he can dictate the tempo in this fight. And there is the risk involved when he doesn't throw the double left hand. Cotto's just missed him with a big right hand.
You notice, Dave, that
break.
right back. Mosley wants to get inside. And a couple of big punches, or they can right back. There's a hook.
It's very important for Cotto to send Mosley the message that when you throw that left hand out here, there is risk. He needs to come back with the hook or the right hand right after Mosley jabs. And he's trying to do that now, and even though he's not scoring, he is sending the message to Mosley that there is going to be a counter.
Don't you think Mosley looks a little stiff? Looks a little too reserved at this point. Needs to loosen up.
Well, and he will. He is mechanically inclined right now to use the jab and set it up, and he is focused on one thing. He might be getting an edge in this round just because of that, and then we'll see him open up.
Good first round. Those fighters were give and take. Round 2, scheduled for 12. Both fighters coming off relatively easy fights for them. Cotto having recently defeated Zach Huda. Mosley, the win over Luis Palazzo. Either fighter was really tested
also came in with credentials against Mosley. Having been a champion at that weight class, a tall guy, stylish fighter, and Mosley was able to break him down. And what happened in Mosley's corner reflects a lot of what we spoke about, that he needs to use that jab and work behind that, and Cotto needs to stick the jab and come in, because Mosley did a nice job in that first round.
Cotto keeping his hands up high, keeping his chin tucked in.
Step out clean, step out clean.
Shooting the jab.
Nice and clean, step out. Nice and keep him up.
Heads came a little close there, and these guys recognize that.
Come on, step out.
You see
Step
how
out, step
that's
out.
happening is Cotto wants to get that inside positioning, and he used his head instead of a jab.
Yeah, that could be a factor. Mosley shooting the jabs. Cotto comes right back in 11. Not intimidated.
You get to see what Mosley can do when he gets the jab going. He sets up the right hand for him. Quick hand movement here. He ties up. Cotto changing here, going southpaw for a second. He landed one. And then Mosley landed one to change his thought process.
Cotto is very, very patient, very cool under fire. Does not get rattled. Took a right hook.
He's reacting to Mosley here, but at some point, you know he'll have to get off first and be dictating to Mosley. Second time in the round, Cotto going lefty, and lands a shot there and it changes.
No exchange in the final seconds. Mosley trying to unload the gun. There we go. Round 3 of 12. An exciting fight so far.
Break, step back out of it. Clean, clean.
I thought Mosley looked a little tight in those first couple of rounds. I heard his trainer mention it.
That's true, Dick. They did mention his
Break. Step back, step back, step back.
need to relax. And yet, he looked pretty fluid with the jab to me. So, he might be getting conflicting signals as to what's working and not working. And the ironic thing is, you would think
Step out,
the
step out.
person who might be tight is Cotto,
Work it out,
fighting in front of
work it out.
a delirious crowd with high stakes.
I don't think Cotto is bothered by that. I think Cotto has a real good focus. Doesn't seem to be bothered. You notice when Mosley does bring the pressure, does score, there's a right hand that rocked him. Cotto comes back. Comes right back. Doesn't seem to get rattled.
And for Mosley, he would love to do this all night. Go in and out. Jab, throw the right hand if Cotto comes back in on him.
I notice that Mosley is opening his mouth a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if that means he's a bit tired.
could be an indication of something for him, and he's also backing up a little bit, which is not the direction he wants to go against a plodding fighter. You back up and you can't back straight up.
He just threw a wild
Break.
left hand. There's an uppercut.
And Mosley tying up. Very unusual tactics for the guy who is 7 inches taller. This is what you would expect a shorter fighter to be doing. And that's not a good tactical maneuver for him.
What do you think, Dave? Mosley is thinking that somewhere along this round that Cotto's going to start backing up. And he can take control, but Cotto keeps coming back.
Part of what Mosley could be doing also is, hey, I'm 36 years old, I've got to pace myself, I've got to find some soft moments in this fight. But guess what? He took himself out of a very good fight plan, and he gave this round to Cotto.
Then he lets time. Round 4, scheduled for 12 in a back and forth fight. 2 body punchers. Both like to get inside.
You know what's interesting is
Watch your heads in it, watch your
why I
heads.
love getting a chance to
All right, break, I got you, got you.
listen to the corners between rounds is what they're seeing versus what appears to me. I think they should be lecturing him on getting out of a good style, which he had shown in rounds 1 and 2. And the corner instead, Mosley's corner is telling him, hey, you did a real good job with the body punching in round 3. And they didn't address the fact that he got out of the stylistic edge being the total fighter, and he's now fighting Cotto's fight. They didn't pick up on that.
Cotto comes right back after a couple of uppercuts from Mosley. There's a left hand from Cotto. Couple of body shots, comes upstairs with a left hook. Cotto just keeps coming. Mosley doubles the right hand. In close fight.
Again, Mosley now resembling a guy who's trying to buy some time, manage the clock, and shorten the fight. That's a big task to ask.
Left
He's
right.
come out of his plan. This is Cotto's fight on the inside, straight ahead.
Now, break.
Cotto still using the jab to set the range.
Okay.
Caught him with a left hook.
Now here we go, Dick. We've talked about the hand speed of Mosley, the foot speed of Mosley, all the great fights in his career where he has shown that. And here he finds himself in a slugfest.
Well, don't you think Cotto is matching all that? He's matching his speed. He's matching his power.
I think Mosley's given away his natural edges and Cotto's benefit.
Round 5, scheduled for 12. They come out banging.
All right, step out, 3, let's go.
Mosley looked to me in the corner to be a bit tired. Let's see what happens if he backs off a little bit.
Break.
We saw Mosley setting the pace with his jab in rounds 1 and 2. And now he's trying to muscle Cotto. And you can still win a fight that way. It's just abundantly harder.
Cotto looks to me like he's getting stronger.
Break. No punching.
Cotto comes right back. He's relentless.
Well, the crowd would pick up on that
Let him go,
sentiment
let him go,
also.
let him go. Now, break.
He's shouting Cotto's name as he moves in and enjoys the in-tight slugfest. He's got the 25 knockouts in the 30 fights.
Right now, Mosley does look a bit tired. He uses the jab as you suggested.
seeing the age.
Yeah, Cotto just keeps coming.
Gotta get in the ring.
I gotta get in the ring.
Mosley jumping in and out. Probably thinking, don't you think, Dave? Mosley's thinking, I got to knock this guy out if I'm going to be successful here.
Well, he might be thinking that, or he's trying to preserve himself because this fight has taken a bigger physical toll
That's a hold, Shane. Let's
than he
go.
may have expected. But he's summoning Cotto to come straight to him. He is playing right into Cotto's strength. Mosley, he's a good inside fighter when it's his second year of attack. Now, we have seen the jab to Mosley disappear.
Well, from time to time here, Dave, it looks like he's trying to load up with a right hand. Seconds remaining in round 5. Cotto just keeps coming. At the bell. Round 6. Scheduled for 12. In a very interesting slugfest. We'll see if Mosley remains a bit tired. He looks like he might be. He is using the jab here at the beginning of the round.
You know, it's interesting, Dick, I talked before how the corner had not picked up on Mosley's abandonment of the jab. And at the end of the last break, I said, where'd the jab go that we worked on all in training camp? And he said, I don't know. Well, why don't you get up on your toes and use it? But now he's tired. The thing is, in the course of a fight, a guy can lose his way about what's working because he gets caught into a different type of style. That's what's happened here.
Don't you think Mosley, there's a stiff jab from Cotto. Don't you think early on Mosley probably thought, once I get to his body and start landing hooks on his body, his head, he'll start to back up, I'll start to wear him down. I don't think he thought that Cotto would just keep coming back and get stronger.
But what's interesting about that is that he abandoned that idea by round 3. Well, I can see, hey, I'll try that. Maybe in the late rounds I can get him to do that. But Mosley put the jab on the shelf in round 3 and took away that process. So he may have felt he could wear Cotto down.
I got you, break.
But, we talked about that graphic right at the top of the show about that 7-inch reach advantage. And I can't recall too many instances where I've seen a guy with this big of a reach use it less than he has here.
There he is now. He drops his hands, bouncing around, probably trying to think, I've got to go to plan B or plan C.
Or maybe go back to plan A, but is it there now?
Well, he's backing up. And his face looks a bit swollen. And Cotto comes with a jab.
Another thing from Mosley, from his perspective, is for his style, the jabbing was supposed to help him pile up a lot of points early. But since he stopped it, Cotto has benefited from this. And he's winning these rounds on the inside.
No punching.
Well, for the fans, it's a good win.
I'm surprised Mosley's dropping his hands, backing up. Round 7.
Come on, we got to get him out faster, man.
Mosley
All right, let him
rushes
out.
Cotto.
Nice and easy. Let's go.
He's got to be thinking, I got to come up with a plan here.
Guys, let's keep it clean.
I have to reinvent myself. Because what I've tried doesn't seem to be working.
And for Mosley, the easiest way to reinvent himself would be going back to what he did in round 1, which is the basic foundation of his offense. use the reach, jab, double jab. We talked about his quick hands and feet and how that's helped him, and the Mosley quickness that we've seen in other fights. Well, when he gets in front of Cotto, he takes that away and plays right into Cotto's hands. Now, but from the fan standpoint, it's been a tremendous fight and a very enjoyable fight. We're enjoying it. I'm Dave Bontempo along with Dick Landis. And halfway through, Dick, I think Cotto has edged himself back out in front.
Well, Mosley is staying away. He's staying on the outside. He's moving around on the end. And occasionally jumps in. But he has backed off quite a bit. Cotto keeps coming. Keeps pressing.
Well, here you're seeing Mosley move his feet, go laterally, try to do the double jab. If he could do this, Dick, and keep it up, he could have Cotto lunging at him, and then he could set up another form of attack. All the missing here by Cotto, that's what's in the Mosley blueprint.
Cotto is relentless. Just keeps coming.
With the jab, there he goes.
Yep. Keeps that chin tucked. You notice? Keeps the chin very tight.
These guys are technically sport fighters, Dick, and we're seeing professionals at the top of their game. 74 wins between them, only 4 losses.
Cotto trying to get that hand loose. Throw some hooks at the end of the round.
Let's go. Clean, clean. Thank you, okay?
Round 8. Scheduled for 12. And a very interesting back and forth fight. In the last couple of rounds, Mosley has stayed outside, moved around, outside, jumps in with one punch. That could be a factor too, Dave. When you jump inside, you got to throw more than one punch.
Don't go in there without an agenda. Then after Mosley, he takes the right hand there because the jab died in the gloves of Cotto. He wants to be jabbing, moving. And now if you're Cotto, you've seen the pattern of the jab. You pick up some of the subtlety and you get an idea as to how you can move inside of it. And there with Mosley not throwing, Cotto lands 2 jabs. He's the one attacking here. And the jab to Mosley not discouraging him at all.
Nice and clean, nice and clean.
Mosley staying away, holding his hands low. He has slowed the pace. Cotto keeps pressing. Keeps coming. Mosley's got to be surprised about the relentless pursuit from Cotto. I think early on he really felt he'd slow Cotto down.
He was on the outside early, and then Cotto, in classic fashion, coming straight ahead. And what might surprise Mosley about why Cotto's coming straight ahead, maybe it wouldn't surprise him, is that when he gave up the jab for a while, he made it easy for Cotto to come in. Cotto gets his confidence up. I can get inside on this guy. And now even if you do go back to the jab, Cotto figures I can get in. And that's what he's doing.
Well, Cotto has taken some shots to give shots, but it hasn't seemed to bother him too much.
No, for Cotto, the exchange is a deal he will take because he still gets one
Let him out, let him out, let him out, let
for
him out,
one
let
that
him
he
out.
gets. He gets to throw one when he gets hit with. It's when the other guy's jamming you and you're not getting back that it's tough. This has worked out for Cotto.
Round 9. His last 2 or 3 rounds have not been that exciting. Cotto in the white trunks. Mosley in the black and silver. Now all of a sudden Mosley seems to be pressing.
What did his corner say between them? Throw those hooks on the inside. They want to see more hooks on the inside, so he plays on that. But I think they should have been counseling him from the beginning, and they added it in about the jabbing and staying outside. But here they make the dominant theme for him to come on the inside. And he pays for getting inside here because he didn't throw to get inside first.
It's interesting how he has changed from the last round, where he was staying outside, moving around, hands low. Now here he is pressing the action. He has Cotto backing up.
And that's because we're dealing in a sport with human beings and high emotional volatility. You go back to your corner, they give you an idea that maybe what you were doing for the body was a good thing early, you come out charged up, the rah-rah aspect, and that's what plays into it. This is a highly emotional sport.
Mosley starting to score with the right hand. There's a left hook. Cotto backing up. Mosley all of a sudden aggressive. Pressing. Starting to feel confident.
Cotto backing off. An unusual defensive posture for him for so long. Some of these body shots probably got his attention.
No wrestling, guys, no wrestling. Come on, let's go.
Now let's see how Cotto readjusts.
There's the double jab, setting up the body shots. We talked about that for Mosley in the corner. That's the best combination of both styles.
Cotto comes back on the jab. Here's an overhand right.
But notice how Mosley gives himself space first, and then he lands, and that's why he was very effective. This is an excellent round for Shane Mosley, one of his best in the fight.
Mosley has been rejuvenated. Scoring with the right hand. Attacking. Let's see if Mosley keeps it up. Round 10. Scheduled for 12. WBA welterweight championship fight. Overhand right.
Well, this is Mosley sensing the chance to do something special here. Rejuvenating the ninth, and he hurts Cotto with that right hand. And they're telling him to go after Cotto. That's a bad break for Mosley because Cotto slipped in the corner. The booing from the Cotto perspective, these are his fans. That hurt Mosley a lot more.
All right, break, step out, step out, step
I
out.
was going to say, Dave, to wipe up a little bit of water in the corner just broke the momentum.
Working, hands are good.
I mean, that was kind of ridiculous.
It certainly did. That hurt Mosley. It's the most fortuitous water in the corner that Cotto has ever seen.
And Mosley continues the attack, which he started the last round. So after so-so 7th and 8th rounds, he suddenly came alive in round 9, and here he is pressing the action. Cotto now has to come up with plan B.
As Mosley again staying outside and then trying to launch from there. Cotto goes lefty and scores with one.
Watch your heads, guys. Watch your heads.
But you have to comment on Cotto, the fact that Cotto comes back. He comes back. There's a right uppercut by Mosley.
Well, you know, Dick, you don't get to be 30-0 and a champion by allowing gigantic momentum swings. Now, that was a significant momentum swing going against Cotto. But after the water fortuitously appeared in his corner, he took that break. And he's been a different fighter since then. Now, this is still Mosley's round to me, but it might have been a knockdown. It would have been a lot worse for Cotto without that break.
Cotto has stopped backing up. Staying in the middle of the ring. And a left hand from Cotto. Rocks Mosley a bit. Cotto coming on.
Cotto trying to steal the round from Mosley. I still think it was Mosley.
Round 11. From Madison Square Garden, New York City. 17,000 screaming fans.
Hey Dick, what terrific momentum changes we've had in this fight. Early on, Mosley coming out of the gate trying to run and hide behind his jab, pile up rounds. He abandons it. Cotto takes it away in the middle rounds, starts piling up a lot of points himself. Mosley gets rejuvenated in rounds 8 and 9. Round 10, he's on the verge of permanently taking over the fight. Cotto comes back. That's why
A lot of credit has to go to Mosley for really sucking it up and hanging in there, because I believe in most of this fight, he's been tired. But he got it together in round 9, round 10. It's an amazing comeback for him.
when you saw him in the middle rounds breathing heavily, you wondered, is he going to look 36 in this fight? Is this the fight he gets old? And he said, no, it's not the fight I get old in. He's come back.
Cotto just caught him with a counter right hook. Now Cotto is moving around the outside. I guess Cotto's going to box a bit.
Mosley teeing him up.
And Cotto is countering.
Here's the right hand lead Mosley could use, with Cotto being a lefty, but it disappears on him. Good body work here by Mosley.
It's impressive. These last 3 rounds, Mosley has been a different fighter. An extremely close fight.
Yeah, and a big part of this, provided the 12th round was tight, is going to be when the judges believe Mosley caught his second win. Round 7 was one of those back and forth type rounds that could go either way. There are a couple of them on here.
Closing seconds, round 11. Cotto with a left hook. The 12th and final round in what has been a back and forth exciting championship fight.
You know you're going to get that with Shane Mosley. Excellent fights, fast-paced battles. And Cotto has risen to the occasion in front of his faithful. You know, you think the home edge with the crowd behind you is a major advantage, and it can be, but it's also a lot of pressure. This is a defining fight for him. within the Puerto Rican boxing community. And he's had a lot of success, especially in the middle rounds of the fight. And Mosley, who's 36, looks dipped in the fountain of youth in the last couple of rounds.
He really did. I think Cotto's got to watch out for is not taking the round off. I don't know if he thinks he has it won, but he has started this round by not doing a whole lot.
And you know, in a fight like this, you cannot assume that you've got it won. It's a slip by Mosley. But you can't make that assumption because you don't know how the judges are perceiving this fight. And from Mosley's standpoint, he was effectively aggressive and he was ineffectively aggressive. For Cotto, he put a string of excellent rounds together in the middle, but then it stopped. Where is that cutoff? That's going to be big.
Cotto has not done a whole lot the last couple of rounds, not doing much here in this round. Couple of jabs, overhand right. Thumb in the eye, maybe.
And there's a cut at the side of the eye for Cotto. Fortunately for him, we're almost done.
Mosley looks like he's loading up for the big knockout.
Mosley is walking him down. Here's the 36-year-old pressing the 27-year-old.
He's been
the last 3 rounds.
It's been amazing the last 3 rounds. Final seconds. Close fight.
A great finish for Mosley.
I don't know if Cotto did himself a favor by taking off the 12th round. There it is.
From the greatest sports arena in the world, Madison Square Garden, 2 of the very best in the world stepped into the ring tonight, and we go to the scorecards. Glenn Feldman and Peter Trematera both have it 115, 113. Winkins 116, 113 to the winner by unanimous decision. Damas y caballeros de Caguas, Puerto Rico, still undefeated and still WBA welterweight champion of the world, Miguel Cotto.
Tremendous fight. The last few seconds of the 12th round, you were behaving as though you thought you had the fight won. Did you think you had the fight won?
Yeah, after the cut, I just pretend to move because I have the fight here in my corner.
Early in the 9th round, you suddenly began moving away from Shane. Why?
Yeah, because I feel I have the fight and I try to win the fight the easy way for me.
But it's so normal for us to see you, especially in the later rounds, pressuring your opponent, going after your opponent. It was strange to see you move away. Were you hurt in any way?
No, I didn't hurt. I'm a little bit, a little bit excited about the moment, and I just pretend to move.
Assess your performance and Shane's performance.
Well, we both give our best, try to bring the best for all the fans here, all the fans on their house, and I think we commit our effort.
Was Shane's strength apparent to you at a certain point where you thought, I can't knock this guy out? Did you stop trying for a knockout at a certain point in the fight?
Well, I always throw my punches hard, for causing any trouble, any pain on my opponent. And when I see change coming and I don't going to knock him out here, I try to move and try to win the fight easy.
Okay, you're still undefeated. You've just beaten the great Sugar Shane Mosley. Who do you want next, Miguel?
I don't know. I just let that to my company, to my team, and to all the fans. Whatever they want, I'm fighting. I'm going for him.
Well, speaking for the fans, I think we'd like to see you fight the winner of the Mayweather-Hatton fight next month. What do you think about that?
I'm available. I'm available for all the big names in the business. I'm ready for them.
Thank you on a tremendous fight, Miguel. Congratulations.
Thank you.